idea from the words what it stands for, so you kind of have a clue. The word associative. What do you suppose word associative comes from, Caleb? Associate. And what does associate mean? Ooh. If I asked you who you associate with, Grace. Okay, talk to or your group. And that's kind of what the associative property is. It talks more about your group that you talk about. The associative property, listen very carefully, has to have parentheses. Because a parenthesis is a grouping sort of symbol. It shows how things are grouped. And what the associative property says is this. And I'm not sure where they're going with this, but an example of the associative property is this. If you have this 2 times 3 times 4, and you're comparing it to 2 times 3 times 4, but in this one here, we have our parentheses here, and this one here, we have our parentheses here. When you see parentheses, children, parentheses mean you must do that part of the problem first. Let's write that down. Parentheses mean you have to do that part first. And the other thing to notice when you're talking about the associative property, to be very, very well aware of, notice that the numbers are in the same order.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a 2, a 3, and a 4, and a 2, a 3, and a 4. The numbers haven't moved. The only thing that's changed is the parentheses or what you've grouped together. Now let's look at this problem and see. What do we get for an answer for this? 2 times 3 is 6, correct? And 6 times 4 is 24. Over here, though, I have to do the 3 times 4 first because it's in the parentheses. It is 12, and 2 times 12 is, okay, so if I compare those two, I get equal. And that's what the associative property says. The associative property, though, only works with, write this down, it only works with multiplication and addition. Okay, it only works when it's all multiplication or all addition. And I'll give you, as soon as I give you a chance to write that down, I'll show you for an example of why it doesn't work for all things. Everybody got it written down? Switch to a new screen. Let's say I have this problem. Let's say I have 24 minus 10 plus 6. And then over here I have the same numbers in the same order, 24 minus 10 plus 6. But remember the associative property, when we talk about the associative property, you change the grouping here. So in this part I'm going to have the grouping there, and then over here I'm going to change my grouping so that it's right here. Okay? Let's see if that works. If the associative property works, it means that this will be the same as that. Let's take a look and see. 24 minus 10 is 14, and 14 plus 6 is 20. On the other side over here, 10 plus 6 is 16. What is 24 minus 16?
8.
24 minus 16 is 8. Does 20 equal 8?
No.
It doesn't, and that's why the associative property doesn't work when you have subtraction. Okay, the associative property is only with multiplication and it is only with addition. And that's the only time you'll see it that it actually works. So for another example would be this. And I don't know, they don't ask you a whole lot of this. How about this one? 8 divided by 4 divided by 2, parenthesis here, compared to 8 divided by 4 divided by 2 here. Now, true the numbers are in the same order? Yes. True the parentheses are there? Yes. Associative property, do you think it's going to work or not?
No.
Why not? No? Because it's not multiplication or addition. And what happens here? 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 over here is 2. And 8 divided by 2 is
4.
so the associative property does not work with this. But guaranteed it works with any multiplication and addition one. Let's do a multiplication one. What about did we do multiplication last time? Let's do an addition one. 10 plus 8 plus 4. Let's associate those two together. Does that equal 10 plus 8 plus 4 if I do those first?
Yeah.
10 plus 8 is 18.
Yeah.
18 plus 4 is 22. 8 plus 4 is 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. Again, that's just showing you that the associative property works, but it only works for multiplication and it only works for addition. And that's why if you're given a long problem like this, well, 15 plus 6 plus 4, and 15, well, when you're given a problem like that, the nice thing about that is you can change the way you do the addition, right? Instead of adding this first together, I can add this first together, and then this is going to change the problem. Because 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 15 is 25. Otherwise, if you do it the other way, you have a little harder addition to do. 15 plus 6 is 21, 21 plus 4 is 25. You get the same answer either way, but it's easier to put things in groups of 10 that way. Now what the book is just going to have you do is they're just making sure that you can do parentheses and stuff, right? They're just going to give you problems with parentheses in it. Make sure that you do those parentheses first. For example, they're going to give you this 8 divided by, I already did that one, 6 minus 4 minus 2. Just make sure that when you see a problem like this, what do you do first? Always do the parentheses first. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So when you see a problem like this on your paper, boys and girls, guess what I need for you to do, Sammy Bollinger? Yep. You need to write the problem out just like it is in the book first, and then do it. I don't want you skipping the steps and you saying, oh, I know that 6 minus 4 is 2, so I'm just going to write 2 minus 2 down. Okay, I need you writing. It'll take you, if you'd like to time me again, you can. It'll take you all of 2 seconds to write down that part of the problem and then do the work from there. Are you good with that? I know you want to